Hi everybody. Welcome back to Willie's American Guitars video series, March 2024. We got a couple of cool things in. Now we've had this for a little bit, and a friend of mine in Chicago was asking me about this, and so I thought I'd plug it in again. You know, my friend and I in Chicago, we went out looking for basement heads in Chicago when we was kids. We was like 16, 17, and we looked for black-faced basement heads. We drove to like 5 stores and noticed how much difference there is in hand-wired amps. Each amp sounded different. Some broke up at 3, some didn't break up until you were at 7, 8, some didn't break up at all, ever. It's an interesting thing. A lot of that, especially back then, because I'm an old guy, back then there was different tubes, and a lot of people really didn't understand how to bias things as much as they do now. Now, the level of professionalism in repair facilities, both in guitar and amplifier, is raised quite a bit. So this is a 66 Tremolux in white, and yes, we guarantee you the covering is original. We can't explain it. There's several explanations. It's a short video. I'll save you. But the nice thing about these Tremoluxes is how small the cabinet is. It is less than knee high. This cabinet is feather light. Separating the head and cabinet gets you 2 advantages. One, you're separating the volume up as opposed to a combo. The other is this closed back cabinet. These cabinets are made of pine. They're solid pine, and that makes them lightweight. They're also aged pine, and in a lot like an acoustic guitar, this really adds to its charm because a aged pine, just like a spruce top, is going to vibrate more, so your drummer can hear it better, unless of course you have it attached to tilt back legs, and then the magic happens. Having one of these with tilt back legs on stage is nice because it's coming up and you can hear it. It's not going past your knees to the people in the first table. It's actually easier to mic. It reflects off the ceiling and the whole band can hear you better. Now, I just pulled out from this nifty brown case a cool 56. Sorry, there we go. Behold the pink. This is a 56 ES-175. If it had 2 pickups, it would be an ES-175D. These were 19 frets until about 52, and then they added the extra 20th fret. And this is a 20 fret model. It also is a really interesting color. It almost looks like a gray, but it's not. It has some wear marks on it though. First off, you can see that jack right there, right? People will call and they'll ask me, how much is my 56 single pickup ES-175? I don't know. What does a jack look like? It is a big thing where it breaks. It's been dealt with. The crack is fixed. And then it's been refretted. So that's not a bad thing. We just got done dressing the frets. It wasn't a great fret job, but now it's all nice and level and every note plays. We put some 11 gauge flat wounds on here, so it's set up more like a jazz box. Really good acoustic sound. Rather remarkable. Guitars like this that have been played tend to be livelier. After 4 hours a night strumming on a guitar tends to open up the wood, and this guitar really is open. Now I've got this amp on. We're in the vibrato channel. I've got the treble at 5, the bass at 6, the bright switch is on. Jazz, you probably want to take a lot of that treble off. We'll roll that down, bring up the bass, and you've got a little more. I'm going to bring back the treble, put it a little more towards people's average. Now this is set at 5.5. We turn it up. fuzzy around the edges. P90s clean up quite well if you leave the volume. They really have great articulation. Yes, when the cabinet is tilted towards you, it does have a tendency to feed back more. We put it back down and turn it up. It's a little less prone to feedback. So, this is a 1956 ES-175. It's got some grit to it. There's a few chips and dings, but it wasn't played in anger. We'll mention all this. This is just coming in. The tuners look original. There's no cracks to the body. There is just that jack crack, somebody putting it in and out of there. It's been patched and repaired. The electronics are clean. It has the original pickguard bracket. A lot of times, especially for jazz guys, they'll take this off. It's got the original nickel tailpiece. It's got the original wooden bridge. If you're going to use lighter strings, you would take off that top part and put your own Gibson metal bridge on here. But this, I thought I'd show you, and Todd, this is this amp. If you're looking for a Bassman but don't want to carry the big amp, these are great amps, and this particular one leans clean. It is a little cleaner. Sometimes these can get real crunchy, but this is really a beautiful sounding amplifier. The covering's original. The inside is original. We have it well described. This is not on the website, so I don't know how we've described it, but there it is.